Today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the ProFit Ergo vertical wireless trackball made by Kensington. I want to give a quick shout out to Kensington for sending me this trackball. I've been using it for the past few months, and I gotta say, I'm definitely enjoying it. Having something other than a mouse to have your hand wrapped around, especially doing hour-long editing and production sessions like I do, it's definitely nice to just give your hand some relief. Just from having that claw grip on the mouse. It's a vertical design, so you can you come at it from the side and you rest your hand, kind of naturally, and it kind of just sits right there on the mouse. The trackball moves around effortlessly. There's no pull on it or anything. It moves around pretty zippy actually. It's got a DPI sensor on the bottom that you can adjust. But for me, I think the middle one is what I typically tend to use. A little bit too slow on the low setting, a little bit too fast on the high. And here I am just switching through the different DPI things. There's just a tiny little button on the bottom that you can hit. It's got some buttons at the top that you can assign to be whatever. As far as the buttons go, everything clicks, how you would expect it. The right click, the left click, they all work with hardly any pressure on them at all. The mouse wheel itself moves around nice. It's got a nice little bump to it. The side buttons are all very easy to reach. Your thumb kind of just lands right on them, and you just barely have to move your thumb back to hit those first two. The third button in the far back is actually to switch devices, so you can have it on different computers. That's actually pretty neat. Just hooks in through the Bluetooth. Let's take a look at the software that Kensington gives you. It's called Kensington Works, and you have different parameters that you can, switch to make your mouse do different things. You have your scroll wheel, you can do your scrolling speed. You can adjust a lot of different variables here, as you can see. I keep the left click and the right click standard, that's, but you can add modifier keys to it if you want. Like if you wanted just this one to have like an alt click, you could do that. You've got your navigation, your media, your web browser, editing, all your desktop stuff. That's actually pretty cool that you can have those assigned. Virtual desktop, system stuff. Pretty handy. You can even launch folders or files. Or you can just disable the button completely, which, why would you do that? And that's just the main buttons. Here we have the buttons on the side where you can, go in and do. Personally for me, I do a lot of creating stuff, and I'm always needing that undo and redo button, and copy and paste come in pretty handy. So just having those on the mouse is nice to just have those right there. Pointer speed you can adjust. You can add acceleration to it if you want, and keep the acceleration pretty low. And then you've got your scrolling speed for your mouse wheel, and you can reverse that orientation if you want. And you can add multiple devices. They've got a bunch of other mice and trackpads on their site. And one thing that's really cool too is you can even go in and add it to specific applications and then have different setups for that. So it does work on 2 AA batteries. The website says it works up for 18 months. I haven't had to change them at all yet. There's a battery indicator light that lets you know, but I haven't seen that yet. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this. I don't really have any complaints. I have Hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, so if I stay in one position for too long, my hands get cramped and they start, just locking up and doing weird stuff. So being able to set my hand down on this thing after a while and alternate is definitely a good alternative. Maybe not the best for first-person shooters or stuff like that, but I think anything where you're doing like point and click and, like maybe RTS, this might be a good mouse for gaming. But more so on the production side and just like working on a computer, this is definitely a nice thing to have. Once again, shout out to Kensington for sending this over. You can check out more of their stuff at kensington.com. And thanks for watching. Fingers out.